Bây giờ Sơn chia sẻ một số về vấn đề mà
So we
tâm sự
welcome
của em
Sơn,
về cái vấn đề đào tạo chăm
and
cứu
we
tại
asked
Việt Nam
Sơn
cho
if
những
he
cái quý
would like to share about
quý
your
bác sĩ, những
experience
cái
and your
quý
training in Vietnam,
lãnh đạo
so that we can understand some of the difficulties and the issues that you met,
trong
and we can
suốt
all
quá trình
understand how
phấn
your
đấu
training
học
went
tập
in Vietnam.
không ngừng.
Em nói về em học ở đâu?
Yeah, so in the last 3 years, I've been
chăm cứu ở
working
đâu?
very hard.
Em học 3 năm châm cứu, massage
So I
và
studied
thuốc đông y ở trường
acupuncture
y học dân tộc
and massage and herbal medicine
Hà Nội.
in Hanoi.
Trong thời gian học tập
During
đó,
that time,
vì bản thân
I didn't believe
em
myself that blind
lúc đầu
people
cũng
could
không
do
nghĩ rằng là mình
acupuncture.
có thể học tập được, cũng như là những cái thông tin về người
I'd never heard
có
of that
khả năng
before.
này, khả năng khác là còn rất là ít
And
ỏi.
there
Không
was
biết
no
rằng
information
là
about that,
người
about
khuyết
blind
tật có thể làm
acupuncturists in
những việc
Japan,
gì.
in
Xong có một
in
cái
Hanoi.
điều rất là luôn luôn ở trong đầu em, đó là hãy thử sức, hãy cố gắng.
So I thought that
Thì có thể
disabled people like me might not be able to do anything.
có thể được phát triển.
But I just wanted to try to wake up myself or try to find out my own potential. So I said to myself, let's try. And if I don't try, I will never know.
Khi học
So I will
ở
never
thì có
know.
rất nhiều môn y học.
When I was in school in Hanoi, I studied many different subjects. For example, cellular biology, how to give injections, acupuncture of course, and how to insert acupuncture needles. And the acupuncture needles are so tiny. The body has so many points and so many channels on the body that sighted people don't believe or they don't think that we could actually do it accurately. Even as blind students, we think that we couldn't do it. So slowly I found that the acupuncture points became familiar to me and within my reach. So even a point that's far on my leg or I couldn't reach it, it was easy for me to do it. And I know the pain level of each point because I needled myself so much. I learned through my own experience. And then I have a chance to practice on my friends. But one thing that's very difficult for blind acupuncture students in Vietnam is that sighted people don't trust us to do acupuncture. So when we study in a clinical setting, I have to work very close with my sighted friends. We have to work very close together. So more of the patients know that I am blind. None of the patients know that I am blind. And perhaps until the third day they know that I am blind. And after that I would tell the patients that I am blind and they're very surprised. So now I've been doing acupuncture training and the patient doesn't know I'm blind. And my friends would tell me if the patient is lying face up or face down, or how this clinic is set up. So I know exactly where to go and I can needle very accurately. And then my friend gives me the needle and I can treat the patient. So the patient, I know the patient is lying face up or face down and I can do points on the front, on the back of the body without the patient knowing that I'm blind. So not until the end of the treatment do they know that I'm blind, and they're very, very surprised. So after that the patients trust me more, and after graduation I opened a clinic in Ha Dom and I worked with sighted acupuncturists there, and together we treated a number of sighted patients, and this was very successful so that the clinic became better known in Ha Dom. So in my clinic in Ha Dom, I have both sighted and blind practitioners, and patients prefer treatment by blind practitioners. Some of them are curious about blind practitioners and they want to discover what a treatment might be like. So I think that if blind people have good training and good support, then they could do many other things, not just acupuncture. And they can learn just better than sighted people if they get the chance.
Chứ mang theo cả máy ảnh hả chú?
Đấy.
Chứ tí lớp trước để chụp cho vài kiểu bờ hồ được không chứ?
Oh man.
Chứ mang theo cả máy ảnh hả chú?
Đấy.
Chứ tí lớp trước để chụp cho vài kiểu bờ hồ được không chứ?
Chụp hình bờ hồ luôn. Come in, lie down. Wait. Lie down.
Hôm nay hạt. Chứ mang theo cả máy ảnh hả?
Mình giọt á.
Amaterasan. Yamarasan. Atore watashi okane wo araimasu ne.
Rồi, bây giờ mình nói tiếp tí xíu.
Ask you
Như vậy thì em
you
có
about studying in
dịp,
Japan.
có dịp mà
And do you
tiếp
have
xúc với
you have
những
this chance
cái
to learn in
cái ngành
Japan
chăm cứu
and
tại
are
Nhật Bản,
exposed
tức
to
là
Japanese
có tới
acupuncture?
20
There's about
28.000
28,000 blind acupuncturists here. But I will go back to Vietnam and want to ask you if you have some thoughts about how Japan and Vietnam compare in training blind people and doing acupuncture. And would you like to share your concerns about the future and about to Vietnamese doctors, to the health department, or to the government? What are your thoughts and your proposals about
những người
that?
mù làm đông y làm chăm cứu trong tương lai.
Yeah. Yeah, so I've seen the living conditions for blind people in that, they're truly wonderful. In Vietnam, we can have training like this so that we can be able to learn full-time training over 2 or 3 years, learning acupuncture and massage like that.
Với thời gian tương đối là dài. Đấy, ít nhất là độ 2-3 năm.
Because with full-time training and appropriate support, such as good reading materials in Braille, then blind students can develop good skills and graduate with knowledge and confidence. And after graduation, we can open our own private clinics or practice independently, treating patients by acupuncture and massage like this. And moreover, in Japan, acupuncturists who have graduated from schools like this can work in hospitals or work in a factory or in a company, something like a healthcare provider. In Japan, there are about 2,000 blind healthcare providers working like this. And we can also call them a housekeeper. They take care of the health of company workers. They use acupuncture or massage to look after the company workers. And now, do you have a suggestion or some concerns for all the doctors and the teachers who will teach acupuncture in the future, because they don't know how to work with blind students, they don't know how to teach blind students. But what I would really like is the government, from the senior level to the very bottom, to care about blind students. Everyone to help them have good conditions for studying, so that they will learn acupuncture better, well, and be better.
Hello. This is an interview with Dr. Quang, and we're at the present time in Hue in Vietnam. And I would like to know something about his professional development and his work, especially here in Vietnam.
Another protocol for the blind student. First, it's easy. Second, it's very safe and also very effective. Like if the blind student learn and they got certification, they give them a client a little bit of acupuncture. So bring a lot of benefit for patient. This technique is Nagano. He is blind acupuncturist in Japan. So then I learned this technique from Nagano master. This is so good. So with my friend too, Lisa, Rachel from Tri-State College of Acupuncture, New York City. Then we thought, okay, we have to bring this technique to other blind students who don't have a chance to study abroad in New York or in Japan. So we bring acupuncturists who had training with the blind technique, Japanese technique. So we bring the volunteer to Vietnam. We like the Japanese government there give more scholarship for blind students to study. Every year they give Vietnam one scholarship, Laos one, and other country one.
The history of blind acupuncture in Japan starts with Waichi Sugiyama. He was alive in the mid-16th century, and he decided that he really wanted to practice acupuncture. So at 18 he left his home and he traveled to a place called Edo, where he learned under a teacher called Takeuchi. After about 5 years, Takeuchi threw him out because he said that his technique was terrible. And heartbroken, Waichi started on his journey home, but collapsed midway from exhaustion in a town of a very famous doctor. And this doctor had been a teacher of Takeuchi. So he learned with Takeuchi, but he still couldn't practice his technique because he was blind. And desperate, he went to an underground cave for about 21 days, praying for inspiration. And after 21 days, he stumbled into the light of day, and he pricked his hand on a reed, and he realized it was sticking out of a piece of bamboo. And furthermore, he realized that this method of inserting needles into a guide tube, at that time a bamboo reed, could be used to do acupuncture all over Japan. Waichi's innovation made him very famous, even to the point where he cured the shogun of the time, Shogun Tushanoshi. And this blind acupuncturists continue to make contribution to Japan, even up to the present day, where they assisted the military and cured the military during the Second World War.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
Yeah, we hope we get like a lot of ear model.
Yeah.
Ear.
Yeah. Tell me what you would need also from outside of Vietnam.
From outside of Vietnam, we need a lot of ear to practice.
Yeah.
We try to produce the ear from rubber.
Yeah.
But because here they don't know much about the technology to make ear model. And then needle with guide tube, and body, the model of the body with the points that blind people can feel. If we have some company in Europe, whatever, support for local teacher and acupuncture to maintain the training, because they can do volunteer like us.
Em làm cái đoạn video hỏi thì anh tên gì ạ?
Tôi.
Dạ.
Tôi tên là Vũ Văn Úy.
Ok. Anh làm chăm cứu lâu chưa?
Dạ là từ năm 1985 tới giờ.
Ok. Anh xài cái phương pháp châm này anh thấy nó làm sao?
Dạ xài cái phương pháp.
Nói to tí xíu.
Dạ xài cái phương pháp châm là rất là thuận tiện cho người đối với khiếm thị.
Ok. Rồi bữa nào em qua lại bên Mỹ gặp mấy bạn bè, anh có muốn chia sẻ gì không, hay là muốn cần hỗ trợ gì không, nói cho em biết, nói cho mấy bạn bè ở bên đó biết.
Dạ nếu mà cái phương pháp này á, để mà truyền về tới Việt Nam cho những người khiếm thị là rất là tốt. Đây là một cái bước đột phá mới về cái ngành châm cứu chuyên dành riêng cho người mù ở Việt Nam này.
Ok. Rồi ngoài ra anh có muốn hỗ trợ gì cho hội mấy anh em khiếm thị ở Việt Nam không, nói cho em biết cụ thể như thế nào?
Nếu mà được thì nếu mà phần hỗ trợ thì nếu mà người mù để xài được mấy cái kim này, nó có mấy cái ống này thì rất là tiện lợi, tại vì Việt Nam mình là không có mấy cái ống này.
Ok.
Để quan trọng là mấy cái ống này.
Rồi ok. Còn ví dụ những cái điều kiện cơ sở vật chất khác thì anh thấy có cần hỗ trợ gì không?
Dạ nếu mà cơ sở vật chất thì dành cho một cái phần mặt thì có, thì là rất là tốt. Ok rồi, cảm ơn. Dạ cô biết em làm này còn hơi nhát tay lắm, mà làm cái kia nó quen rồi con.